Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I would like us to take one or two lessons from this short story. A man visited my office some time ago, about 34 years now. He said he wanted to marry a second wife and that he would like me to put him through, to get him counseled, to know what he needed to learn, what he needed to know before venturing into that compound complex ocean. And after spending less than 1 hour with him, he said something, and I was shocked. What did he say? My brother said, "Sir, I'm not ready." I was shocked. Why are you not ready? He said there were certain things I mentioned that he needed to go work on. He needed to go prepare properly. I wish Muslim men were like this. All of us, including yours sincerely. I wish we were all like this. But the problem is that we are too egoistic. I'm not saying that you should come to me. You can go to any marital counselor, especially someone who has both professional and experiential knowledge. And if you don't want to go to a counselor, there are a lot of Muslim scholars who may not be professional counselors, but subhanallah, they have the experiential knowledge, they've read a lot, they've arbitrated in a lot of polygynous unions and so on and so forth. Seek guidance from them. Let them put you through. It is not a must you go to a counselor. You need knowledge, first of all, for polygyny, for marriage generally. Marriage, monogamy is complex. If monogamy is complex, then what do you expect of polygyny? It is going to be compound complex. Because monogamy and polygyny is monogamy times 2. And if you're going to make it 3, that will be what? If you're going to make it 4, that will be what? Addition. But men will not learn about how to succeed in polygyny. We believe too much in ourselves. Even and that is why you see some men forcing their wives to live together. It is not bad for co-wives to live together, but you should not force them. If you truly understand polygyny, you will not force them. Understanding polygyny is inclusive of understanding the nature of women. And one painful thing is that some of the men who force their wives to live together do not even have the accompanying or the corresponding behavior to sail through that ordeal. They do not. I want them to live together because of the children, because polygyny is beyond the togetherness of children. It is beyond that. You need to learn it. If you want your wives to live together, then there are certain attitudes, there are certain characters you must wear. Yes, there are certain characters you must wear if you want them to live together. Okay, you want them to live together, you force them to live together, you force them to cook together. You force them to cook together. It is not bad to cook together. You want them to, but don't force them. Don't force them to do what they will not want to do. You shouldn't force them. You want to go into polygyny, you don't know how to share nights. You have little or no knowledge about night sharing. And some of us are so egoistic that we are not usually democratic about the sharing. Our wives do not even understand what we are sharing. No, it shouldn't be. You should understand. You should learn it. You should learn it. You want to go into polygyny and you are not ready to bear the excesses of the first wife. You want to bring in another wife, and you want your wife, the one at home, to accept her hook, line and sinker. It doesn't go that way. It doesn't go that way. Okay? You should be ready to bear the ex. We are not saying I'm not aiding and abetting them. I'm not saying they should be excessive in their reactions. But you see, there are some unavoidable reactions that you would get from them. You are not ready, and you end up beating your wife. You end up beating your wife. You end up doing the worst. Okay? So you want to go into polygyny and you do not have the nerve to hold your first wife so as to be able to act justly between your women. You want to go into polygyny. You do not have the grip of your first wife. There are lots of us who are not even fit to go into polygyny. Polygyny is beyond the potency to bed a woman. It is beyond having a fat pocket. It is beyond, you see, polygyny is compound complex, and anything that is complex, let alone compound complex, requires adequate knowledge, appropriate knowledge. My dear brothers, I advise us, I advise you, if you had not ventured into polygyny, then I advise you to seek knowledge before you do so. Ensure that you seek what? You seek knowledge before you do so. And if you are already in it, there is what we call post-polygyny counseling, post-polygyny guidance. Seek knowledge. Go to those who know better. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy and possible for us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.